I have a question for you. What would you do if your spouse had a cheating heart? So many marriages in the media are breaking up over accusations of cheating. But research shows that 64% of marriages actually stay together after an affair. So, with a dark cloud of lying, deceit, and infidelity hanging over your relationship, can you ever trust a cheater again? Now, okay, thanks for coming. Now, my first guest wrote to me about his wife. She cheated less than a year ago, and he suspects she's doing it again.
Candace and I have been married for 4 years. She has cheated on me in the past, and yes, I do have reason to believe that she could be doing it again.
Our marriage is horrible. Rick is very emotionally abusive. He has called me a whore, slut, a We fight constantly. I cheated on Rick because I was looking for a way out of my marriage. I didn't know how to leave Rick, and I thought when I cheated, he would leave me. The affair only lasted 1 week. I would never cheat on my husband again.
Candace started talking to a new guy around the holidays. I questioned her, and she denied it. She said that she would just talk to him online. I found out from phone records that within a month's time, they had talked for over 10 hours, which equaled up to several times a day.
Rick is very paranoid. He is just a friend.
She says they are just friends. It's hard to say whether I believe her or not.
There's nothing going on with me and my friend.
If nothing's going on, there's no reason to lie. On Christmas Day, both of us had to go out to get a last-minute gift item. Ironically, we ended up at the same store. Candace and this other guy showed up together. When she saw me, she did have that deer-in-the-headlight look, just totally shocked.
I do not understand what he is worried about.
On New Year's Eve, he did send text messages to Candace. One of them was, "I love you," and the other one was, "Where do we meet?"
Rick and I got in a huge fight. He started calling me a lot of names, and he slammed me up against the window with his shoulder in my throat. When I screamed for help, Rick jumped out of the car. I went to the nearest gas station and called the cops.
Since that incident, I have been kicked out of the house.
I still want my marriage to work for my kids, so they do not have to grow up in a divorced home.
If I found out Candace was cheating on me again, I would be totally heartbroken and devastated. Dr. Phil, I want to keep my family together, but I need to know the truth.
Okay, now you wrote the letter, right? And tell me why. Tell me what it is that you want to know and what it is you want to do. If this was up to you, if you were king of the forest and you could make it any way you wanted it to be, what would happen?
I think I'd first want to know the truth. I want to know why. Not only, the truth from the second incident, but also from the first, And I want to know if I can get over that and repair our marriage to make it work.
Why did you agree to come?
I want my marriage to work for my children. I think they deserve to grow up with a happy family, and I was not happy before.
You want it to work for your children?
Yes.
But what about between the two of you?
I hope I can love him again and fall back into love with him. I want it to work. I don't know.
Because let me tell you, children would rather be from a broken home than live in one.
Yeah.
And right now they're living in one, right?
Yes.
And there's all of this angst and everything going on. Look, you had an affair.
I did.
Are you having an affair now?
I'm not.
Because look, I got a different attitude about all of this than a lot of people. I believe very strongly in the institution of marriage. I've been married almost 30 years myself. I intend for it to be 30 more or 50, however many there are.
Good, that's good. I like that.
But the point is, if you don't want to be married, then why all the games? Why all the intrigue? I mean, if you don't like this guy, if you want to go out and run around with somebody else, why not just be straight up and do it? Why sneak around and hide and lie about it?
I think I'm scared of what life will be like without him.
What do you mean? You're using him for something?
Oh, no. I do love Rick. I'm just not in love with him anymore.
Actually, you said you don't love him and you're not in love with him. It's what you told us.
Well, I meant to
before.
say I do love him, but I am not. I love him as my father, my children's father, and as a person, but I am not in love with him.
Are you living with emotional integrity right now? Are you being who you need to be to give this a chance for your children, as you say?
Yes, I'm trying my hardest to do that.
That wasn't the question. The question was not, are you trying to have emotional integrity? The question was, are you living with emotional integrity? Look, do you agree this is in trouble?
Oh, yes.
This is in big trouble.
Yes.
So, I mean, aren't you at the point where it's just time to tell the truth?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
definitely.
what are you afraid? You're going to hurt his feelings? I mean, look at this guy. Does he look like his feelings are hurt with you? And this isn't all you. I'm going to get to you in a minute. Okay? Because you've been doing some real jerky things, right? Okay? But you're saying, no, I had that affair and it's over. But, I mean, we started checking. And between the 12th of December and the 6th of January, you had 156 calls to this guy that you are suspicious that she's involved with. 156 calls totaling 705 minutes. And your theory is, well, I just needed a friend?
He totally is my friend. I have not cheated physically with this man at all.
Okay. On your anniversary, you called another hotel at 1:48 in the morning, then you called him at 1:51. You've had 463 text messages back and forth with your friend.
Yes.
I got a lot of friends. I don't have 463 text messages to all of them combined and multiplied by 10. You found one of the text messages that said, I love you, right?
I did.
Yeah, from your friend.
I know.
You know what?
That he found
That sounds stupid?
It does, yes.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to see if we were on the same page. He found you connecting with this guy through MySpace, and your profile on MySpace lists you as divorced.
And so does his.
Well, I'm getting to him in a minute.
Okay,
I'm talking
yes,
to
it
you
does
right
divorce
now.
because
I'm
I
just trying to
planned on
find out where you are.
Yes.
And you go out at night because you need to drive around and clear your head.
I don't drive around it. I'm home with my kids every night.
You go out by yourself to clear your head, or you don't?
No, I'm at home. We're separated.
This is before we got separated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was like 3 nights. Yeah, I went by myself. I did.
You find excuses to leave the house alone, and you're having no sex life with him at all.
No.
Okay, and you're saying that you suspect something might be wrong.
Well, I know something's wrong.
Have you had some kind of brain damage or something?
Apparently.
I mean, seriously, you 156 calls, 705 minutes, 463 text messages, and I just need to go out to clear my head.
I think a lot of it is, you know, love being blind. You want to think positive, and you don't want to suspect the worst. You know, as I said before, I do know without a doubt there's an emotional affair that was occurring, but I don't know if anything physical happened. And yeah, an emotional was just as bad.
I have not given Rick any reason to believe that I'm not being honest.
When I took Candace away for our anniversary, later I received my phone bill. I did notice text messages and phone calls to this person, even on the night of our anniversary. I felt betrayed.
All right, once a cheater, always a cheater. Now, some research suggests that nearly half of those who cheat will do it again. Now, Rick's wife admitted to having a one-time affair, but he's afraid that she's at it again. Now, Candace says that he's just being paranoid. You think that because he got burned before, he's now just freaky about it?
He is. With this guy, I know there's reason to suspect, but it's not just this guy. It's anybody I talk to.
Right, but this guy, I mean, he's got a bit of a target on his chest, given all the statistics that I just went through. But yet, you've said to Rick and to us that you're playing it straight now.
Yes.
You're not seeing this guy, except maybe occasionally if your brother's around, you'll kind of wave at him across the way, but you're not seeing him.
No, I didn't.
Okay, now you said you wanted to know the truth, right?
I do.
You want to know the absolute truth of whether she was seeing this guy or whether she wasn't.
Yeah, and I want to know, it's pretty obvious she was. I want to know why.
All right, well,
and if
the
she
question
was.
is, can he believe you? Because like I say, you got to stop the bleeding first, right?
Yes.
All right, so you wanted to know, so we found out. Rick asked us to see what the truth really was, to get to the bottom of it, so that's exactly what we did. Let's just take a look at this. All right, this is day one, 5:15. Here you are leaving with him. The brother's not around. I don't see the brother. I just see him with your children, which you're very concerned about, right? All right, so off they go. 8:45, they're back.
House.
Pardon me?
Yeah, that's in my house.
Yeah, he's carrying your children into your house. Brother's there to meet him this time. Day 2, 6:30 p.m.
Is that a kiss you gave to him?
Just watch the tape here. Here he is again. Okay, hat on backwards. I assume this is a young guy. Then day 3, 4:07, pulls up. Oh, comes right in, doesn't ring the bell. Apparently has some access. 10 minutes later, you're leaving, and we're going to play tag around the car here a little bit. Now, this is the guy that you just told me you're not seeing anymore.
What I'm really concerned about is him trying to take my kids from me, because I do want a divorce. I just don't want him to take my kids.
Okay, so let's cut to the chase here. Do you agree that at some point that you're just going to have to start telling the truth? You are seeing this guy, right? You are having an affair with this guy, right? Okay, and that's something that she's been lying to you about. So let me just be honest here. You are hiding this because you're afraid for your children.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that in a minute. But you told him you're not seeing this guy, and you are.
Yes.
You told him you're not having an affair with him again, but you are. And you were with him alone in your home an hour and a half on day 2. So we know that you're together alone, and you are having a sexual encounter with this guy. Okay, there's the fact. There's the fact.
Why? Why lie?
I don't want you to take the kids. You've threatened to take
It's a
the kids
freaking
from me.
20-year-old kid. What does he have to offer you? I mean, have I not done anything? Have I not done enough? Seriously, what are you thinking? I mean, you're running around like a kid. Playing tag with the car. You have 2 kids there. I mean, you want to sit there and tell me that I'm not supposed to take the kids from you, but you're acting like one.
The kids were not there that day that we were playing tag around
I
the
just
car.
saw it.
You told us that you've cheated on him so he would leave you.
Yes, I do not think that we should be together, but he has threatened that if he can prove in court, he'll take my kids.
But how gutless is that? I'm going
I
to cheat
know.
on you so you'll leave me? I
It
mean,
is.
if you're big enough to do it, be big enough to own it. If you want out, leave. But you don't cheat on him so he'll leave you. And I hate to tell you this, but infidelity is not an issue in custody. That's not an issue in custody. You can have an affair with somebody else, and that doesn't impact custody. It doesn't impact you. And I'm not a lawyer. I'm just telling you what my experience has been from having spent 20 years in the legal system. The parenting assignment is based on the fitness of the parent, and that doesn't have to do with your affiliations with others as long as the children aren't exposed to it. If I were you, I wouldn't like some 20-year-old kid playing daddy to my kids and wagging them in and out of the house like we're going to go out and play house. I wouldn't like that, and I think that's really, you talk about you want to do this for the kids, you want to do it for the kids, then you know what? You don't expose the kids to your paramours. You don't just say, okay, this is my guy right now, so I'm just going to load my kids up and we're going to, what do they tell themselves? What do they say? It's daddy, or what do I do? I mean, kids aren't dumb. Kids aren't dumb. Is that a right decision on your part?
Not at all.
Of course it's not. Now the question is, what are you going to do about this? Because you've got a temper, right? And you've gotten abusive and you've gotten physical in the past, right?
Right.
When I found out Candace was cheating on me, our sex life became obsolete.
I have pulled away from Rick in every way. I will not let him emotionally close to me.
She would not even kiss me goodnight.
This is a chain reaction. When he doesn't trust me, I pull away. He thinks I'm cheating, and then it starts again. It is a vicious cycle.
Well, if you're worried your spouse has cheated or is cheating, you're not alone. Today we're talking about infidelity. Now, Rick suspected that his wife, Candy, was spending time with one of her brother's friends. Now, she said she only saw him when her brother was around. She said, I am not having an affair with him. I am not inappropriately involved. You, Rick, are just being paranoid. None of that's true.
No.
No, that's just all a crock. You just came here and said, you know, Dr. Phil's got stupid painted on his forehead, so Rick's been buying this, so Dr. Phil's going to buy this. I'm just going to tell him all this same stuff. But that dog didn't hunt very long, right?
No.
Because the truth is pretty obvious. I mean, if you just haven't wanted to admit the truth here.
I think so.
But wouldn't you rather know? I mean, you don't want to hear bad news, but if it's coming, the sooner you know it, isn't that the better?
Yeah, I guess so. It's just dealing with it.
Well, you can't fix what you don't acknowledge, right?
True.
So what are you going to do with this information?
I don't know what to do anymore. I think I'm just done. I don't want to be. Part of me doesn't want to be. But the other part says I don't have a choice.
Now, let me tell you what you need to do with this, in my opinion. Would you like to know?
Yes.
You get angry and you get physical when you get angry. If that happens, you're going to jail.
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So you need to make a decision that this family needs a hero. Your children need somebody to step up and say, you know what, we got to get out of this gutter activity here. We got to get out of this lies, deception, deceit, and darkness. And somebody needs to step up here and be a fiduciary for these children. Somebody needs to put their best interests first. Now, you have not put their best interests first. You have not put their best interests first. And let me speak on their behalf. You don't have the right to be exposing them to this guy. You don't have the right to be dragging them around with him. It's confusing. You don't have the right to start a tug-of-war and those kids are the rope. You don't punish her by taking the children away from her. You don't punish him by withholding the children from him and playing house with Mr. Hat on backwards. If you two aren't going to stay together, if you're not going to work to reconcile this, then what you do is you get busy forming a new relationship as co-allies of these children, and you will not use them as pawns. You will not run your emotional agenda at their expense. Now, I don't know where this relationship can be saved. I don't know if either one of you have any motivation to change it. You need some time to digest all of this. I'm going to let you think about it, and I'm going to ask you a question, both of you, at the end of the show. I am certainly willing to arrange professional help and support for each of you individually, if not as a couple, for you as a family involving the children, to help you navigate this terrain. Okay, I'll do whatever I can to help you make right decisions in this. But calling your wife names, getting physical, getting violent with her, that's off the table.
Yeah.
It's off the table. It's unacceptable. You're more of a man than that. Stand up and be a man, not a bully. All right? You need to have some integrity in this situation. So I'm going to ask you at the end of the show what you would like for me to arrange for you. So I'm going to let you sit down and think about this for a minute because you need a few minutes. Late nights at the office, unexplained absences from home, mysterious bills for phone, hotels, restaurants are all signs that you know your partner could be having an affair. Now, my next couple had none of these signs. So how did she find out? Take a look.
I've been married to my husband for 3.5 years. My husband and I were high school sweethearts. Throughout my marriage, I've had a gut feeling that something wasn't right. From time to time, I felt like Robert was cheating on me. When I confronted Robert about cheating, he always said it wasn't true. Recently, everything has changed. 2 weeks ago, I noticed a rash on the underside of his genitals. He decided to have the rash looked into. He came clean the day he went to the clinic. He had told me that a year ago, he picked up somebody at a bar and had oral sex with her. The doctors told Robert that he may have a sexually transmitted disease. Now, I think that I could have gotten infected. I am completely angry and upset that this man I've loved for 5 years faithfully has put me and my children in harm's way for some tramp at a bar.
I was extremely nervous about the rash. I told Ariana that I had had one affair with a woman that I had met at a bar. The next day, I took a drive and decided there was more that I needed to tell her. So I came out and I told her the entire bitter, God-honest truth.
Robert has been cheating on me throughout my entire marriage. The first time Robert cheated on me, it was with one of his sister's friends. After that, it was our nanny. Another affair was with a person that his sister was really good friends with. It makes me sick to my stomach. I just learned about this 2 days ago, and I'm still in shock. My whole marriage has been a lie. When I look at Robert now, all I can think about is all these other women and all these things that he's been doing.
I want to save my marriage more than anything. I think I can become a different person and someday have peace with it to an extent. Wait a second. I don't know if that last statement was all true. I really don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive myself for it.
I don't know if I want to save my marriage. I just want to do what's best for my kids. I'm scared to death that if I don't get Dr. Phil's help, I'm going to make the wrong decision because I don't know what to do.
So you're in a real dilemma here.
Yeah.
You've just found all of this out.
Yes.
What's your gut level reaction?
Disgust, confusion. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I thought I knew at least something about my life, and I didn't know anything at all. Nothing. It's all been a lie, a huge, disgusting lie.
What do you say about all this?
I don't understand myself completely how I could have let something like this happen.
You didn't let this happen. You made this happen. You went somewhere, you hit on a friend's little sister, and here's how it happened. You got her off by herself, you unzipped your pants, and you did the deal. I mean, this didn't just like, whoops, I hate it when that happens. You made the choice and you went and did this, right? Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4, 5 times that we know about, right? Unprotected.
Yeah, the first time it happened was protected, and that's the only time I had actual intercourse, and the times following that were unprotected oral.
Well, enough so that when you got a little rash, you got real concerned, right?
Yeah.
And you've got a wife and children, and so you come home and have sex with her after being out with somebody else, right?
Yeah.
You don't like that.
I was 8.5 months pregnant the first time he had sex with somebody else.
8.5 months pregnant. So she became less useful. So you said she's being mean.
In a way, yeah. I can see now how I told myself things and lied to myself to justify things in a way. I didn't let myself feel enough regret to think, what if I get a sexually transmitted disease?
Didn't you say that when it came up the second time, you said, well, I've already done it once.
Right, yeah.
What difference does 2 make? And then when you've done 2, well then, yeah, I've already done it twice. What difference is 3, 4, 5?
And I never even counted the whole way. When we moved down here, I had thought about it when I was thinking about telling her, and I actually added up the number of times that it happened. And
you did it with the nanny.
Yeah.
I've been cheating on my wife pretty much during our entire marriage with friends of hers, people she didn't know, people she just met.
I feel like he probably never even cared about me to begin with.
Robert has been cheating on Ariana throughout their entire 3.5-year marriage. Now, she says she's not even sure that she should try to save this marriage. What do you say about that?
There's no way I can expect her to want to try that, to try to save it.
You want out?
No, I don't want out. I definitely do not want out.
So what did you say to yourself that made this okay? You said, okay, I've got a beautiful wife at home. She's the mother of my children. Right. We stood up. I thought something was interesting. I have a copy here of the wedding vows that you read when you got married. One of the things you said is, I love you more than the day I asked you to marry me, and I hope I can make you as happy as you have made me. You try as hard as you can to bring me up when I'm down. You inspire me, and you have always been there for me. You remember those words?
Yeah.
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 How you feel about those words now?
I feel there's a lot of him in there, and not so much me. I feel like he treated me like crap our whole marriage, and I just notice now how much he says that I treated him so great and I inspired him, but there's not much about what he was going to do for me. It's not much about how he was going to do it for me or anything like that, and he never even considered it.
You sorry about this, or are you sorry you got caught?
No,
And there's there's a big difference there. You know, you see a lot of people that they're real sorry when they get caught. You know, it's kind of like those emergency room Christians. You know, do you believe in God? I do tonight. You know, and when people get caught doing something, it's like, you know, I'm really sorry. Which is it?
I honestly believe I'm sorry for doing it, or else I don't think I could have ever brought myself to tell her the entire truth. I never got over the first time that I did it. I felt, I guess I was kind of getting bored through the second pregnancy and after we got married a little bit, and I guess I wanted something new. I wanted something different, more exciting, and I didn't realize that it was me that had to change to make that happen. I thought it was her.
So you thought she needed to do a better job, and since she wasn't, you would just go out and supplement that with these other relationships because she ought to treat you better. What'd your daddy ever tell you about this kind of thing?
Nothing good. Absolutely nothing good.
His dad told him not to be here. His
Dad told him what?
Not to be here. His dad talked to him before he came. He told him that these things need to be dealt with in private.
Well, there ain't too much private about your marriage, is there? It seemed like the crowd's getting pretty big.
It was. I decided, we had talked about moving to Florida before. We lived in Michigan at the time all this was going on. And I thought in some way that moving to Florida could be a new start for us to get, for me.
We're talking to Robert and Ariana about his multiple infidelities in their marriage. Tell me how you feel about what this does to your children.
I feel that I don't think I was ever really there for him emotionally, ever. I guess I thought being there financially would be enough.
Well, see their faces in your mind right now. And envision going home and telling them bye. How you feel about that?
It kills me. That's why I wanted to hide it. That's why I wanted to forget about the first time. But because I did that, I allowed it to happen again and again.
Well, that feeling you have right now about those children being ripped from your life, how does that compare to that moment in a bar or that moment with your nanny? How does it compare?
It's a lot stronger.
Because here's the deal. Here's the deal, and I'm not speaking for you. I'm not saying what you want to do here or not, and you can't know that right now, because here's what's going to happen. You're in shock, and then you're going to get hugely pissed. I mean, unbelievably.
Oh, I did.
Unbelievably pissed, okay. Then when that's over, you know what's going to happen? There's going to be this tendency to try to repossess. You're going to actually find yourself trying to reassert yourself and prove your womanhood and seduce him and bring him back. No, I know you don't think that's where it goes, but that's the cycle, that's the pattern. And then you know what's going to happen? When that happens, then you're going to get him back home, and then you're going to spend the rest of your life kicking his ass. Okay? That's the pattern that's going to happen here if you don't do something to genuinely heal this situation. And what I said you need to hear that you haven't heard is you need to grow up. You need to just grow up. What you've done is you've gone out and said, immediate gratification. This feels good at the time. I like the power that I feel. I like the fact that I'm being attractive to these women. I'm being validated. This makes me feel virile. It makes me feel like a man. That has nothing to do with the fact that you are a husband, you are a father to children, and part of it has to do with learning to tell yourself no. And it isn't about saying no when you're sitting there in the clutches of another woman. The idea is to stay out of that situation. Grow up, be a man, take care of your wife and children. You don't need to be hanging out in bars with a bunch of girls. You don't need to be in the back seat of a car with somebody. You got no business being in that situation. And if you grow up, you will understand your responsibilities come first, and you fix this situation inside the marriage. You don't fix it turning outside to somebody else. You don't do that. That'll never fix the situation. She may not have you. You may have blown this so far out of the water that it's over. I don't know, and you really don't know yet, or do you?
I don't know.
But I can tell you what you need to do in the meantime. You need to understand you made this mess, and you need to work on cleaning it up until. Not for a week, not for 2 weeks, not for 3 weeks or a month or a year. You need to work on fixing this until. Is it a life sentence? I don't know. But you ran it in the ditch. It's your job to get it back up on the highway. And if you want, I will get y'all some help with this. I don't know if you even want to do that. I don't know. You can think about that. If I arrange that for you and she's willing, are you willing?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I'm ready to be honest, and I want to do whatever it takes. If nothing else, I definitely want to be with her. If that can't happen, I would love to be her friend. If that can happen, and I would love to be a father to my children.
Well, it's like the line from the song, ain't that the way it always go? You never know what you got till it's gone.
I feel like if I give him a chance, I have to somehow figure out like where to start. I feel like I'm gonna let him back in, and then I'm gonna be just as blind as I was to start with.
No, that can't happen. And that's why I say I want to offer you some ongoing professional help to sort these feelings out. Because I'm going to tell you something, this can knock you off balance tremendously. And what you've lost sight of is that you are a beautiful, intelligent, articulate, vibrant young woman. And you don't have to settle for this kind of crap. You don't have to.
But I did.
That was then, this is now. You, not even God can change what has happened, but you can certainly change the choices you make going forward. And that's what I want to get you some help in, making informed, intelligent choices. I'm not saying that you are an evil guy. I'm just saying you are incredibly immature. And it's time for you to grow up and hope against hope that you have a chance to be the man that you need to be in this family. Okay, we've been talking today about infidelity and what it does to a relationship. You've been sitting and thinking about this, Rick. Tell me what your thinking is at this point.
I think I'm still in a lot of shock. You know, I want to do whatever I can to keep my family together and keep my wife, but I look over and it's like she doesn't have any remorse or any guilt about what she's done to me. She lied continuously about, you know, what was going on. It's like I want to make it work, but how can I ever trust somebody like that again? And especially whenever it doesn't even seem like she's sorry for what she's done.
Are you willing to work on this, or are you just looking for the door?
I'm willing to work on it. if we can get a lot of help.
And you understand that that means nobody else involved, no friends, no just needed some support. It means becoming as transparent as a picture window.
Yes.
And I don't know that that's what you want to do or should do, but I think both of you, and the same thing with you guys, you are in shock right now. And that's why I'm saying I want to arrange responsible, professional counsel for you to start unraveling this mess, this ball, and then see how that involves your spouses, a step at a time.
Honestly, after watching this entire case, it doesn't even feel like just one story. It feels like a pattern of broken trust happening again and again. In the first situation, you've got a marriage already hanging by a thread, past cheating, constant fights, emotional abuse, and then more lies layered on top. The moment those surveillance clips came out, everything changed. It wasn't suspicion anymore, it was reality. And what hit me the hardest was how both of them kept saying they were doing this for the kids, while their actions were clearly hurting those same kids the most. Then the second case, that was on another level. This wasn't a one-time mistake. This was repeated betrayal, over and over, even during pregnancy. And hearing that he knowingly risked his wife's health? That's not just cheating, that's reckless and selfish. What really stands out to me is this. At what point does, "I'm sorry," stop meaning anything? Because words are easy, but patterns don't lie. And imagine being in that position, finding out your entire relationship was built on lies. Could you ever truly trust again? Honestly, I don't know if some relationships are meant to be fixed, or if walking away is the real strength. If you found this case as shocking as I did, make sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns.